I mean, you're like famous for it.
Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds, and I'm hanging out with these nerdettes tonight, and Sam's making me laugh just as we get started here. Um, so we are on session 12, I believe, of the Scarlet Sisterhood game, and it's just going to be the three of us tonight. You guys are still missing your gnome. You have no idea what happened to Daff. You guys all went to invisible together, and when you guys reappeared, she was missing, and she's still missing, and we may never know what happened. But so you guys had basically arranged this mad scheme with the help of Harak, the head of the town guard, and one of the council members of Gryphongaffe. You guys had tracked Durwood, who had been the main supplier for the drug Stank on the streets of Gryphongaffe. You guys tracked him down to his hideout in the woods, defeated his wyvern, and then captured him and drug him back to town, interrogated him, got him to cooperate, and you guys kind of basically set up a sting where you guys could infiltrate the barge that delivers the shipment of drugs, which you guys did. You did that. You know, Harak was able to use his men to basically get the crates of drugs, or at least that's what you know as of when you guys last saw them, because you guys had snuck on the barge invisible, like I said, gone down the river south of Gryphongaffe along with the barge to their second stop, or the next stop anyway, which was where they picked up more troglodyte slaves apparently. And you guys also kind of discovered a bit of a secret, was that they have these harnesses with these magic symbols on them they've been using to control the troglodytes, and the troglodytes are being sold to these men by other troglodytes, probably by raiding tribes or superior tribes. And you basically have taken control of the ship. You have control of all the troglodytes on the ship. You fought the rest of the crewmen until there was only several of them remaining, and those three had actually committed suicide before they would accept defeat at the hands of the sisters of the Scarlet Sisterhood.
Because we are ruthless.
Ruthless. You guys take more prisoners.
We do. We do take more prisoners.
One
Speaking of which, I want to point out that I think at some point during the rest of the voyage on the ship, I want to slowly, let the troglodytes know that the guys we're going after probably have swords that they could take if they killed them.
Ah, very interesting. That does get their curiosity up. They do seem interested in that. They have a very odd fascination with steel and metal. Also, I stand corrected. You guys actually do have one prisoner.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We didn't kill the captain.
You guys actually got him while he was sleeping and tied him up.
Can I be gagging as I stand next to this guy, just because he's probably so stinky?
We use the stuff, the stuff under our noses, so we can't smell them anymore.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's why I wasn't throwing up. I kept thinking about that. I was like, how did I do that?
Yes, and that was one of the discoveries you guys had made in the hold, and that was basically this grease-like substance, almost like a Vaseline, that you would just apply, on the top of your top lip or underneath your nose.
We actually have some in our bags.
Yes.
You don't run out. This is important.
You cannot smell anything good or anything bad, so it is kind of been how everyone's been dealing with the troglodyte stench, it would appear.
Okay. So, in the moment, are we just sort of standing together and what do we do now?
So yeah, basically we had left off where you guys had just defeated the crow. The last of them had killed themselves. A bunch of them were torn apart by the troglodytes. You guys had kind of did this rousing speech to the troglodytes, which I had given you inspiration for. I don't know if you wrote that down or not. But at the end of the day, pretty much, you're finding their minds very odd and alien, and they're hard to deal with. And the things that you would think are reasonable and rational to you guys, they don't seem to care about that much.
Yeah.
The you've made some progress with
Kresk.
yes.
He sounds like Batman.
Yeah, Kesk.
Kresk. He's my favorite.
He's been the one that has shown the most independence and maybe slightly a smidgen more intelligent than the others. But they do really seem to be very barbaric and savage as a creature, as a species.
Well, I'm gonna be trying my hardest to just like, okay, how much longer do we have to be on this barge with these guys? That's my first thought, I think. Just like, how long can I do this? Because I want to like just get out of here or kill someone or use my glaive against something or someone.
Well, there was a map and there was a village marked on it, Calhoun, and that's where you believe the barge was returning to. But you guys are essentially the pilots now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Well, that's where we're going. If that's where course was already charted to.
You can just like round all these nasty troglodytes up and keep them where they need to be, and I'll drive the ship. Okay.
Do you know how to drive a boat? Is that something that you've ever done before? Is that in your skill set somewhere?
No, but I'm an elf. I can just pretty much try something and be awesome at it.
I don't know how to drive the boat any better than you do, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you do that. But if we crash, it's your fault.
Yes. I have to make a roll on this day.
So technically, as a bard, you do know how to drive the boat better than she does.
Oh,
And she
okay.
also has intelligence as her dump stat, I'm pretty sure.
I'll wait until she almost crashes us, and then I'll gently take over.
I'll be like Dwight. You'll make me believe that I'm driving the ship. But really
Oh
I'm
my!
not.
Yes, exactly that. Please, that.
Awesome. I'll be like, ahoy! I sail.
You find a spare wheel somewhere as the hander that's not attached to anything.
Agnetha just like believes it and goes with it. She's like, yes, I'm awesome. Look at me. I tried it and now I'm great.
Fortunately for you guys, it's actually not too hard. The troglodytes actually they've been crowing the ship, so
Yeah.
most of them actually kind of know what to do.
Yeah, you'd be like getting help from them.
I'll pay attention to what they do and try and like if there's something I don't know how to do, like watch how they do it and learn that way.
Exactly, because the more knowledge, the more power we have over these fools. In the end,
And then also there is still the captain that you guys have tied up, and you also still have his gear as well.
I'll drive. You go ahead and take care of him. I'm not sure I want to watch what happens next. Plausible
I could just
deniability.
make him like I'll just take away all of his senses except for his mouth or like maybe his eyes, and then he can help you.
Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't not be in the room for this.
Wait, what?
What?
Okay, we could use this guy.
Okay, but we're not gonna like.
No.
No.
I'm not
Okay,
sure. What
I'm sorry. I have to say this live. I have a neighbor that just like her boyfriend, her new boyfriend. He does like meth. I know he does. Okay, right? He's out there. He's out there tweaking right now. He's like talking to his car and hitting it and like touching himself everywhere and freaking out and like lifting barrels of hay.
I'm so confused right now.
I can't stop
I don't
laughing.
like this.
Why do they have barrels of hay?
I don't know. He's doing something for her kids, but he's like freaking out and he's like talking to his drink and then picking it up and drinking his beer and he's like smoking his cigarettes. So funny. Oh my god. Anyways.
Okay,
You know,
I'm gonna go grab.
I just want to
I'm gonna
say
go and grab the captain of the ship, maybe, huh?
Gently suggest that if you want to kill him, that's okay, but please don't maim him. That's
I'm not gonna
Squicky.
kill him quickly.
I just want to say people don't have to hear about meth neighbors on Critical Role.
I know. God. I have to go close my window. I'm serious. It's a
dying.
distraction from my game right now. Like,
Oh,
it's so
go close your window.
It's so abnormal.
Go
I need,
close
like,
your
a
window
lamp.
and go get the captain.
I think I will. Hold on a second, please. It's like so apparent and obvious. I apologize, everyone. There. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Now I have my lamp on.
Kesk comes up to you two, and What do you want us to do?
Well, we do need to get to where we're going, so if we could continue to do that, that would be great. But
You tell him what you
do you
need.
do you by any chance know what this place is like once we get there? Have you been there before?
Yes, we've been there for months.
Please tell us about it. That would be fantastic.
There is. I think I'm getting some echoing from. I think it's from coming from your side somehow, Sam.
An echo, 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 echo.
Yes, echo. Okay, it's gone now.
Okay.
Awesome.
It is many manlings. They are all over, except for the little ones. There is no little ones anymore. They took them away.
So there aren't any kids there, is what you're saying? Hatchlings.
No hatchlings. No, they took them all.
Okay. Do you know where they took them to?
The master keeps them somewhere else.
Sketch. All right.
Yeah,
he makes the manlings works.
So
Sometimes he beats them.
manlings like the ones that were on this boat.
Softer, weaker. No. And then he kind of points one clawed talon at your chest, where the harness crosses.
Oh. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then you shouldn't have any trouble dealing with those guys. Do they have weapons?
No, when the master gets angry at them, sometimes, lizard snake like tongue like comes out and licks the top of his snout like all the way down, and he slurps back and forth. Sometimes he gives them to us.
Oh. Well.
Oh.
Maybe
Oh
we
my.
don't waste our times on the ones that don't have weapons, because that's what you guys want, isn't it?
The fangs, yes, the steel fangs.
Why do you want this so badly?
Shiny. Guts.
Okay. That's fair. I carry a sword too. I know what that's like. Well, maybe we focus on the ones that are armed, and then we take the weapons from them, and then see what happens.
As you wish. We listen. We have no choice.
No, you do have a choice. You can tell me no. It's a request.
You don't have a choice.
Agnetha.
Kenna. They don't have a choice.
Like, I would toss this overboard if I knew for sure that you guys weren't going to eat me. I know you're not.
I don't trust them. Really.
He looks at you and kind of cocks his head, and you're not so sure that he would not eat you.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't trust him, Kenna. That's all I'm saying. If I need to kick some
I'm
ass,
giving
I
him
will.
a sad puppy face. I am giving him my best sad puppy face right now.
He thinks
I
your
like
sad puppy
Kresk.
face
That
cute
would
and looks
suck.
delicious.
Well, have you ever been to the pet store and see what they sell to the people that have pythons?
Yes. I rescued a mouse that way once.
Kind of like when a cat likes you a lot and just starts playing and biting at you and clawing you, and if it was any bigger,
And
you'd-
leaving dead bats in your shoes. Yeah, I know.
Dead bats, huh?
I want to. eat
Yes.
you.
Caught it right out of the air and left it in my backpack. It was gnarly, but we're not talking
that's
about that
such
right
love.
now.
That's so cute.
That does not sound cute at all. So, with that, if you look at the map and consult the chart, you can see you've got about 2 days worth of sailing.
Well, that's enough time to prepare for something. Do you know how many of these manlings there are on the docks?
Yeah, he kind of looks off into the distance a little bit, holds up his talons, and looks like he's using them to count. Lots, many.
So more than 10.
From the look, he nods in agreement, but from the look on his face, you don't think he actually knows what 10 means.
Yeah. He's like,
Yep.
what? Yeah, that.
That happens. Okay.
Okay, so Dave, maybe I'm lost in the sauce again, but are we headed in the general direction back to where we came from now? We are, right?
No, we're heading north.
Yeah, you're heading back north from basically
Okay.
from where you've come. You've actually gone back past Gryphongaffe. So outside of Gryphongaffe, the rendezvous point that was set up with the smugglers.
Okay. And we're headed to this other place?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
although you guys could kind of take the barge wherever you wanted to, I suppose.
I would like to, in that case, spend some time talking to the troglodytes and convincing them that they want to go for the guys who have weapons so that they can take their weapons.
Okay.
And not the guys that don't have weapons, because I know that they don't understand that slavery is wrong, but they do understand that weapons are sharp and shiny and they want them.
yeah. That's a great idea.
You have no problem getting them to agree with that, but the other part of that is they seem to just agree with you. And no matter how often you tell them they don't have to agree with you, they agree with you anyway.
I feel like an asshole.
And we're going to this place that they have set up, and these are so are these people gonna see us and be afraid, or are these whatever they are gonna be afraid of us?
The villagers, you're not really sure.
Yeah.
But it does sound like they're being held as captives, very much so. So if they
want to bring troglodytes around these, I mean, right? Like, what if because the troglodytes are still troglodytes. I mean, they could kind of like get out of hand.
That would seem accurate. They whenever they are kind of left unsupervised or kind of revert to more of their natural state, they're very primitive and savage.
So they're going to probably understand that their alpha has been killed and they have no leader right now.
Kresk is their leader.
Right?
I put him in charge.
But he's being whipped by a halfling?
Hey, I'm a really badass halfling, okay?
Yeah, but you're still really small, and they're like primal thinking, so they're gonna want to like rebel, probably, maybe. I don't know. We might have to be playing dominant with them while we still like kind of like have to. So we need to keep them in check, and then if we bring them around anyone else, we're gonna have to like demonstrate very clearly the intentions. So let's remember that.
I will say
understand us.
I will say that Agnetha's, Outlander background and barbarian heritage probably does give her some insights into this.
I really don't like this, but I totally trust you, and I understand that, like, you're probably right about it. I understand the necessity of it, but it doesn't make me like it anymore.
Well, that we just need to be kind of understand what it is we've got here and like,
Okay, so the
like,
first 3 people that attack people who aren't armed end up getting brained.
What should we I'm thinking that if anything, we have this ship of troglodytes and we're kind of captaining it. We should probably get a hold of Harak about it, or someone in
do you have a bird?
Huh?
Do you have a bird? Do you have something that we can send that letter with? Because I don't.
No, we should head that way.
But we're almost to where we're going right now, and that's where we were supposed to be going in the first place. I don't think we were supposed to be taking over the ship either, but we did that, so now we kind of have to live with that decision.
So what's our plan now, then? What are you planning that we should do here?
I think we should just go to where we're going. I mean, what do you think is gonna... Why backtrack? I mean, what are we going to gain from doing that? I'm actually listening.
No, I'm just trying to understand too. Like, what's our main goal here? Like, what is it that we're seeking now?
The monarch. We're trying to stop him.
Okay, so how are we going to do that though with just you and me and like
a bunch of troglodytes?
A bunch of troglodytes that are already sort of like can be easily swayed, and like they're kind of animals, and they're not like, it's not like you have a team here. I'm kind of worried about that. Like as a barbarian, Agnetha is kind of like, oh. So I'm just communicating with you, I guess, with kind of like, okay, so tell me what's going on. What are we going to do exactly? And like, let's plan.
Well, we should definitely talk about that. I think that if it were up to me, we would go to where we're going and then launch a siege, because yeah, they're a little bit animalistic and they're definitely going to do like get out a little out of hand, but they will basically do what we tell them to do. And as much as that sucks, it's the truth, and they're going to eat us if we don't resort to that. So that's something else.
Okay, so Dave, do they sort of see us as like their pack leaders right now then? Is that how it would kind of be? Like
they're actually magically compelled to do what you tell them to, and agree to you guys because of the harnesses.
So they magically are bound that way.
Yeah, but it's pretty much, it doesn't matter who wears them. And one of the things that you guys kind of experienced before was when you had them and the other ones had them, they kind of were like conflicted and didn't really know what to do. So it just kind of left them confused. They weren't particularly helpful to you guys until you guys started cutting the harnesses off the other guys. So once the harness was removed, all of a sudden, they were kind of like free to act against that person. And also, that being said, like that would probably give you guys some pause for thought as well, as like, well, if this harness comes off, what happens with these troglodytes?
Right. Like I mean, Agnetha would be thinking about containing them as soon as possible, not trying to use them, I guess, in her base instinct.
I'm going to be honest. I would much rather find a way to get them unbranded in the first place and send them home, because this is wrong. This is really bad.
Well, give them like maybe contain them and then get the medicine. If these are troglodytes, they can be, because these are all, troglodytes now because of this,
No, I think these were naturally troglodytes. I'm pretty sure they got them like from where the troglodytes are supposed to be. So, these aren't people that took the drug.
Oh, okay. So these are just troglodytes that have always been troglodytes.
Yeah, this is just naturally who they are. Like, who are we to tell them that they're wrong for that?
I don't think we could be ever trying to change them then, because in my opinion, these are dangerous beings, kind of creatures to be around. And I don't know. I just feel like, Dave, like, I guess I'm trying to understand like a troglodyte in this realm. Like, can they even be communicated with? Like,
yeah, we've been talking to them this whole time.
I would
are they all like this now?
I would view them almost like having a pet alligator. Like, it's a great pet until it gets hungry and you're the only thing to eat.
That's what I thought. But because we have this magical vest, we can use them and control them.
Correct.
So basically what we need to do is make sure that they keep well fed, and I'm pretty sure that they have provisions on the ship for that, because they wouldn't take all these troglodytes on board if they didn't.
Okay.
So keep them satisfied for the time being, tell them what we would like for them to do, and I mean, try to be nice to them, because eventually
well, of course, you don't want to start like chaos inside of a troglodyte on a ship, basically. That would be bad. In either case, on a barge, that would be nasty, not good.
But my main concern is when we get to where we're going, are we going to be able to handle that on our own, or are we going to need this backup?
That's what I was thinking too. I think our ideal was to be like, we've got like this like wand of power, and we're going to just like storm them to control them. And like, what if it doesn't work that way?
We either need to go quiet or we need to go loud. And if we go quietly, then they won't know that we're there. But if we get caught, it's just us against the whole lot of them. But if we take them with us, then there's no way they won't know that we're there. But we'll have a lot more.
So wait a second. So we're sieging now? We're doing siege warfare on something that we're not sure. Oh, maybe. Okay, so this
talking about.
Yeah.
We can either be quiet and sneak around, or we can take the troglodytes and siege, and that's ultimately up to you, really.
I do not want to siege. I think I think you and I should definitely check out what it is that we're in for, if anything, since this is a place that we've never been.
So at least recon and then make up our minds afterward?
Go ahead, Dave. What?
So you do have, like I said, you have a couple of days to kind of try and talk to the captain and see if you can get anything useful out of him, or talk to the troglodytes and see if you can get anything from them as well. I mean, you do get information from them, but a lot of the times you have to figure out what it is that they mean.
Okay, yeah. So we're deciphering between information that they're giving us.
Well, Kenna doesn't want to hit somebody, and she's pretty patient with deciphering people's nonsense, i.e. pixies. So I think Agnetha should take the captain, and Kenna should talk to the troglodytes.
Let's give it a go.
All right, who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Megan.
Okay. Gathering up some of the troglodytes to speak to them about what is on the island once we get there.
Okay, so maybe you find a crate or one of the barrels on the ship so that you can raise up to their level or a little bit higher, and you gather them around, and some of the more dominant of the males, Kesk and start pushing them forward when they don't comply quick enough. So now you have like a half a dozen of them surrounding you, looking at you. They're all kind of hunched over, and they're barely bipedal the way they stand. Their forepaws are on the ground, and they're looking up at you with their heads cocked to the side. Those weird lizard tongues flicking out, tasting the air.
Okay, I'm going to be extra vicious because I know I'm small and I know that counts against me. So I'm going to come on really strong and be like, all right, I know that you guys have been to this place, and I know you've been there before, and I know you've seen what they have there, and I really need to know what that is. So you're going to tell me, or else.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay, so give me a DC 10 intelligence check.
Hey, Kenna, are your cheeks red?
Fun. 18.
Okay, so you realize that like your words, inflection, that those kind of nuances are completely lost on them. What they really seem to respond to is actual physical contact.
Okay.
So,
well, then I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I will speak to them one at a time in that case.
Well, no, you're actually right to bring them together and do it, because they, even though it's the visual cues aren't as strong, but when they see you physically do stuff, the rest of them pick up on that collectively.
Okay, that's fair.
So what you would get. You tell me how you would do it. I mean, you've seen how they've treated each other.
Oh my god.
Oh god, Kenna really doesn't want to hit anybody. All right.
They don't really hit each other. It's more like pushing and shoving and jostling each other.
So maybe the person, like the one of them that she's speaking to right at that moment, she might like reach out and actually pull them closer by like spikes or whatever. Like, do they even have horns or anything like that? Like, just whatever outcropping like things, like just kind of tug them closer to speak.
They're bony. They have ridges.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And so, like, getting kind of close up to, like, actually speak her questions at them, and, like, make sure that they know that she's really focused on them when she's talking to them. Like, bring some of the intimidation.
So that seems to really get their attention. And what you notice right away is it's not so much the effect on the one that you're actually interacting with, but the rest of them. The rest of them seem to kind of like perk up and pay attention more when you're more physically forceful with them. And so when you ask the question, okay, shoot your first question.
All right. So on the docks, do you know about how many parts men with weapons and how many parts men that are being hit? I'm like trying to say this so they'll understand it.
Many workers. Soft, weak, few strong with vest.
All right, and about how many per strong with vest are there for each worker?
his eyes kind of glaze over as he's trying to figure out what exactly what you mean
Okay.
when you're asking. The problem is with him, or with these guys, it seems like they don't really have a concept of numbers the same way you do.
So there are a few of them, though. How are they
Yes,
keeping the
not
workers in
many.
order?
We would rip them to shreds if not for the jujus. And he points to your chest.
So more people that we have to take care of the harnesses of. Would you like to tear them apart?
Yes, man's tastes good.
See? Oh God.
So I'll tell you this. If you want to tear apart the ones that have been treating you like that, then come with us and don't harm the others. Just the ones in the harnesses, all right?
Yes, we do what you say.
Ooh.
I know. And I know it's not going to do them any good to tell them that I don't... Kenna is having a moral dilemma.
You're doing great.
There's also the caves. There's
The
the
caves.
caves. Yes.
I'm listening.
There's many caves. Little tiny caves.
And what's in these caves?
The manses.
Wait, what? There's
Are they mining
man
things? Do
caves?
they bring things out of the caves, like little rocks?
Man caves.
No rocks. They're just caves where they go at night when it gets dark. When we work.
They just go into caves in the middle of the night, and that's it. Like, they don't bring anything out of them.
It looks no. They sleeps in the caves.
They sleep in the caves. Interesting. Okay.
Strange caves made of, and he scratches one of his talons across the planks.
Made of wood.
Like these, yes, man caves.
Oh, houses.
Houses.
I point to the captain's, like, the room that the captain sleeps in. I'm sure that's in, like, a mini, like, cabin? Is that the word I'm looking for? Cabin. I point to the captain's cabin, and I'm like that. Is that what those caves look like?
And you see, you actually see like a light bulb go on in the creature's face, in the creature's mind. Yes, caves by the water, cave on the water.
Okay, so I'm like, you know how you get affectionate when it does something good? I like kind of pet the troglodyte to let the others know that he did a good thing there, like positive reinforcement style.
There you go.
All right. Thank you. That was very helpful.
Good job, Kenneth.
So with that, he just kind of like looks at you blankly. Clearly, these creatures have no understanding of niceties.
Of affection.
I stopped doing that immediately when I realized that it's not working, and
You're like, oh God.
It's not even. It's not that it's not working. It just doesn't register to them what you just said.
Soulless. He starts like sniffing your hand.
no, like dogs understand affection. I don't. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna pretend like this doesn't confuse me because I feel like if they know it's confusing me, they're gonna take that as a sign of weakness. But
What a day. Who'd have
my.
thought that you would be having this conversation with a troglodyte? Life is a journey.
I'm gonna think about this for a minute and pass to Sam.
Okay.
Would I have been listening to that conversation? I guess I'm like up in the. I would be driving. I'd be having the captain help me steer the ship. I suppose I'd like have him in the back, somewhere safely tied up behind me and giving me directions if I needed him to or something. I don't know. Agnetha's just sort of annoyed.
All right, so you're pulling you have the captain out and tied up.
Yeah, he's basically steering the ship with me doing it. Yeah. Since Kenna was the one that should have been driving the ship, the captain knows enough so he can help me out.
Okay, so
Right.
you know you're going to end up dead, right?
Agnetha's just gonna elbow him in the face and say, "Shut up." Don't be like, you know what? It's been a really long day for me, and I smell like freaking troglodyte. Okay.
Yes, you are quite repugnant smelling at this point. By the way, can I get some of the the unguent, the ointment? Mine is wearing off.
I'm like, fuck you, pig. Deal with the smell. And Agnetha just starts laughing at him, and then she rubs it under her nose as like an evil, like, yeah. You see that? No.
Ah, bitch.
And I'm gonna say, that's right, baby. That's right. Now you're getting it.
You know, it's only a matter of time before the monarch catches up with you and your friends.
And I will look forward to that time. Until then, you should just stop talking to me.
You know there are fates worse than death. You might live your life, the rest of your life, out as one of those creatures.
And how's that?
I think you know how that is. From the reports we've gotten, there's been some mishaps.
Yeah? Some mishaps, huh?
Sure, there's been the villagers or the townsfolk in Gryphongaffe when they didn't get their regular fix. And there was the test back in that little rinky-dink one road village as well. I'm sure that was a blast. Too bad we couldn't stick around for the laughs.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I think you know what I'm talking about.
I think I told you to stop talking to me.
You did, but I have nothing better to do.
Look, where are we going to, buddy? What do you know? Why don't you start talking about something that matters, huh?
Well, from my understanding, you and your friends seem quite eager to go off to your own demises.
I am not eager. Freaking lost our friend on this stupid ass barge, and now we're still freaking stuck here. And now my friend's lost her mind, and she's talking to troglodytes, and I just need a bubble bath.
I don't know anything about your friend that lost her mind, but what is this other one you're talking about? It's just the two of you.
Oh, man. What a day. She just sort of rolls her eyes and just like doesn't want to tell him anything. She just doesn't trust people really, so she's just sort of like, anyways, what do you know about this place? Keep talking.
The village, Calhoun, it's a little backwater nothing village. I mean, the monarch's been using the people there for a workforce. Once they weren't too happy about it at first, but once they were properly motivated.
What is that? What was properly motivating to them, huh?
Oh, I'm sure you'll find out soon enough.
Or why don't you just start talking? What do you know?
Oh, I know lots of things.
Well, start talking then, or I'm going to start bloodying your nose again.
He starts chuckling, and he does he honestly seems amused. Where I come from, we do not fear death. And pain is but fleeting.
Agnetha's going to kick him in the throat.
He falls over. He's kind of like he looks like a giant inchworm wrapped in rope. And he's like, and he just kind of looks up at you with baleful eyes.
I'm going to sit him up in his chair so he can see nice and clearly where we're going. And I'm going to sit him right next to me. And I'm like, I don't need a pep talk, buddy. I want you to start talking to me more about what you know.
So he shuts up for about 20 minutes as he recovers, and his larynx kind of recuperates from the brutal blow it just received. I don't even think you fools have a plan. What are you going to do when you get there? You think these creatures are going to help you? They would as soon as gut you and eat your intestines while you squirmed on the floors help you. Do you know what they see when they look at you?
Yes, I do. Thank you. I did look into their eyes. Trying to convince my friend of this. This is a stupid mission. How long have you been doing this, buddy, huh?
All my life, since I was a boy.
What do you know of Durwood?
Just some fool the master sells his products to.
How did all this shit start?
I have no idea. The master has been working on his projects for as long as I've been in his service. It's not my place to question. Soon he was already experimenting on the troglodytes when he brought me into his service.
So this is something that's just poisoned this land long ago, and you know about it, don't you?
Well, we weren't here, of course. We started elsewhere in Drellic until the master had to move his operations.
What I'm saying is this is everywhere. This is like spread, right? This is like basically a disease that is spread and taken hold.
No, I don't believe so. Not yet. Not yet. But the master has plans. I'm sure he's going to spread it. Right now, he's still been refining his process. He seems to love his work.
And these troglodytes that you're working with, you don't trust them, do you?
They're just beasts. They're animals. They're monsters.
Oh, good.
It's like,
is there someone else that can drive the ship around? And just...
right now, the only people on the ship would be the captain and you two ladies. And a bunch of troglodytes.
I'm gonna need to talk to Kenna.
Yes.
I'm gonna maybe you can psychically zap me every now and then. We can check in on each other, and I'll ask you to come and speak to me.
Psychically zap you. Let me make sure I have message.
Message. That's what it's.
I do have message. I will come see you.
Is that a cantrip?
It is.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So on one of your psychic zappings of Agnetha, which it might actually be something that you guys just work out to, keep in contact with each other.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the captain away, lock him in a closet somewhere so he can't listen to my conversation. But I'm gonna make sure he's nice and tied up and all that jazz.
So what
I'm gonna say, Kenna. This plan stinks as much as troglodyte shit.
Why?
Like, I'm feeling like I'm freaking out.
Okay.
I don't trust the troglodytes, and I definitely don't trust Captain Boy, and I definitely am freaking out here because we're going to some random place, and I feel like
Agnetha.
What?
Look at me. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna put my little hands on her shoulders, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, listen.
Oh my God.
We need to talk through this logically. What about the plan do you not like?"
I don't like the plan of just all these troglodytes on this boat. Power or not, being around a bunch of humans.
Hey,
humans that
all right.
That are enslaved.
They can't touch us as long as we have the harnesses on.
Should we keep them on the ship?
And that's the only reason why we're keeping them. What?
Do you think that we should at least see what's going on in the asylum ourselves before we involve the troglodytes in it? Maybe
Yes,
we could do that.
We should definitely do some recon and tell them to hang back on the boat while we do that, and then we can figure out what to do from there.
Also, I don't know what Captain Boy's freaking intentions are or nothing like that, so I don't trust him as far as I can see him, and who knows if he's leading us astray. At least we have a map, right? So we know where we're going.
Okay. Did he get in your head? Was he getting in your head? Is that what was happening just now?
He was getting in my head. That didn't happen. I'm just saying. Doesn't it seem like this is kind of crazy? So let's make sure that we like definitely
Definitely
involve
cover our
troglodytes.
asses. It is definitely crazy. We are definitely going to do everything we can to make sure that nothing goes sideways. Would you like for me to talk to this guy? It sounds like he shook you up pretty badly.
Oh my god. Agnetha stares at you and says, you should probably go check on the troglodytes and make sure they're in line.
If I come back, is this guy still going to be alive when I return?
I'll keep him. Somewhat.
Is he still going to be in one piece?
I won't. Yeah, I'll make sure he's all right. Might need him before the end.
I mean, that's fair, but if you want to kill him, do it quickly. And I get up and go back to where the troglodytes are.
I will let that ring in the back of my mind like a pretty little song, Kenna. Thank you. Okay. So Agnetha is just gonna, let the captain. Okay, so how much time has gone by, Dave? Do you think? How much time do you think it's gonna take for us to get to this place?
Well, it's only going to take 2 days. So basically, however long you want these conversations could be fast. They could be drawn out. It could be back and forth where you like talk to him for 10 minutes at a time, then come back.
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, I'm just gonna keep him close by me. This captain guy. What's his name?
I don't think you guys ever asked him for a name.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't care. Kenna, haha, joking. Taking me serious. All right, so I will keep the captain close to me, and then Kenna can just continually kind of keep the troglodytes in check. If you need me for anything, I'll be there.
And I am definitely memorizing their names, but the captain isn't like my prisoner, so. Okay, so I'll eventually get his name or ask for his name.
Okay, so his name is Ungin.
Whatever you want. Ungin?
Ungin.
Ungin. How do you spell that? U-N? G-U-N? Ungin? Or Y-N?
No Y's.
Ungin. Okay. That's kind of cool. Alrighty. So, is there any mushroom ale on the barge ever in any of these scenarios?
There is not.
Maybe we find something? I should roll for that, Dave. What if I find something and I'm like, ooh, can I see if I can find treasure while we're stuck on the barge?
Yes, you can search the barge. You guys have looked it over somewhat before. I thought did you guys find stuff the last session?
I don't know. I think
we found the tins of anti-smell cream.
Yeah, it was something like that.
And that was about it.
Maybe Agnetha will be just like Jones and she's just like, that's it. I need something. I need to find a cigarette, or I need to find a beer, or I need something. And she just starts like frantically searching everywhere. I'm going to roll for it.
Okay. Well, you guys got plenty of time, so you spend a bunch of time searching, and there is all the cargo stuff that you found that they've been transporting. A 19,
18.
18. Oh yeah, I see that. But actually, it's when you go back to into the captain's cabin that you find the spyglass, which is valuable.
Okay.
In and of itself, but you also find several pouches of coins. So you find a pouch of silver, and there's 500 silver pieces.
Nice.
And a pouch of 250 gold pieces.
Oh, awesome. Rich bitches now.
And basically you end up having to like take apart his desk to find those. There was a false bottom.
Well, Agnetha's bored. She's gonna be like, yes, I gotta rummage and break stuff if I need to. I'm gonna find stuff. Hey, Kenna, you'd have fun with this, your little halfling ways. You'd be like, ooh, treasure.
Like, as she's coming out, I'm just gonna hold up and hand her like some of the halfling leaf.
I'm like, oh my god.
You're good. I got you.
Oh my gosh.
Although it's totally weird smoking it without a sense of smell.
Oh, doesn't matter.
Oh.
It will not matter. That's awesome, Kenna. Agnes is gonna be like, yes. And I got gold for you too, and silver.
Well,
Yeah.
good. We will figure out. I'm just gonna like set this in the kitty, and we'll figure it out later.
So one of the things that you find interesting, kind of, is the fact that the handlers, there's no booze on the ship anywheres, and you would think you just would think there would be, but then again, it kind of speaks to the strangeness of these of the monarch's men. One, they're all eunuchs, and they seem very much to be completely fanatical to him.
Sounds to me like somebody has got a control problem.
They're eunuchs?
Yes, they are.
Yes!
That's right. Man, they're like really, really, yeah. That's crazy. That's like Chinese emperor shit right there. Crazy.
Well.
Dude, I was hearing about... Oh, never mind. Okay.
It sounds like he is being really careful to keep people around him that will do exactly what he says when he says it. So the second he loses control, he's going to fall apart.
Is Ungen a uni?
That was how we found that out.
Yeah, he was the first one to kind of confirm it, because when you guys were kind of wrestling him, he wasn't, wearing anything under the sheet.
Okay.
And then, probably the first clue was that they're all hairless.
So there's just like this sick fuck going around, and he's like the head of this. He's basically just like whoever this guy is that's spreading all this has like major control issues, and he's like basically like a Hitler. This is really weird. I'm like freaking out now. Now Agnetha's freaking out. She's like, okay.
Agnetha, you just chill. We're fine.
Just relax. Just drugs, eunuchs, and troglodytes.
We don't actually know what we're going to find here, and they are trying to psych you out, or at least he is trying to psych you out. He is a zealot. And do you know what that means? That means he is absolutely dedicated to his cause, and we are anathema to his cause, right? So of course he's going to try to make you freak out.
I'm going to find strength from within, from that beautiful vision that I had of that woman who was so brave, and then I'll take some deep breaths like Kenna tells me to do, and I'll roll my eyes, and then I'll just say, all right, fine.
Okay.
I can do this.
That's good.
Thank you.
So here are my thoughts. I think if we can dock somewhere a little bit like further down the river from where we're actually trying to go, like stop a little bit early and then walk the rest of the way when we're going to go check this out. Because if we dock at the docks, everyone is going to know we're there.
Yeah, it's too bad I don't have a cool mermaid spell where I could just dive off the boat and like go ashore. But since I don't have that,
I'm pretty sure I don't have that either. But we should talk to Daff about possibly making that a thing someday.
Can you just transform me into a mermaid? Would that be okay? Okay, thanks. Gosh, thanks. I'm still half elf though. It's not like I can't swim. Like I'm freaking awesome barbarian, so I could swim a ways to the shore and whatever, and then kind of sneak on. I have all sorts of abilities. I can sneaky and quiet, and I can go a little quicker than you can. I've got my wolf pack thing where I can travel a little quicker.
I'm sure there's an anchor somewhere.
Yeah, there's an anchor.
Okay, I could do something like that.
So just anchor just like maybe a mile back, and then circle back around and bring the boat in if we decide that's what we're gonna do.
That would probably be wise, and then you can kind of sneak into town. And also, too, if you're actually able to procure the barge itself along with everything in the hold, it's probably worth a small fortune.
Well, that seems to me like it would be a better idea to leave it out of the line of fire and then take it back, drop off the troglodytes, and then bring back the ship itself and be like,
that's lots of bathhouses, Kenna. You know what I'm saying?
You're killing me. No, but really, going quiet at first. Do we have a flare or something that we can use to get a hold of the troglodytes if we need them to come in?
I have an explorer's pack, so you do too, I believe. I think most of us have flares at least.
I don't know. Like, that seems to me like it's something that would be kind of specialized. So, but let me see if I've got a spell that I can use to shoot sparks into the air. Does prestidigitation do that? Can I do that with prestidigitation?
Not quite. Do you have a light spell?
I don't.
Hey, I've got 10 torches in my explorer's pack, girlfriend.
So you're gonna like throw it into the air, like just toss a torch right up there.
I don't think that would be very smart either. I could be like, caw, 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 like make some stupid sound. You could be like, it's Agnetha.
No, all of my spells are quiet spells. I am not a very flashy mage.
You're gonna be like, listen for the quiet.
I could start calling through the forest since I'm a barbarian. I probably know how to call. Just be like singing to you. I'm just joking.
I think we're just gonna have to come back for the troglodytes if we happen to need them. So we need to just not get caught while we're doing recon. That's pretty much all I'm seeing here.
Who's gonna slap Captain Boy? What's his name?
Kresk. Kresk will slap him.
Okay.
And he'll probably enjoy it.
You're gonna trust this Kresk guy? I don't trust Kresk.
Yeah, I absolutely trust Kresk. He's my boy.
Oh my god, we're gonna lose this barge. They're gonna leave our asses and we're gonna be stuck in this place.
Kresk, you're not gonna leave me, are you?
No. Oh my god. This is bad.
I can't leave you.
You better not, or I will find you. What?
If you could, would you?
Yes.
Thanks, Chris.
I was right. Agnetha's freaking out. She's like, you're going to stay. I'm going to stay on the ship. You're going to use your invisibility, Kenna. Do you know how to swim?
I know how to swim.
You know how to swim.
I was a child once.
Is what we need. Well, you're a halfling, so I'm sorry. Sam couldn't swim. It was an easy assumption to
I'm
take.
small. I'm not, like, anti-water.
Anyway. You're gonna go. I'm gonna keep boys in check. I'll have to put the slap down if I need to. You're gonna go be invisible and find out what's on this island since it was your idea, and I'll stay here.
He's not gonna say no if we tell him to slap the guy if he starts causing trouble. We should both go. We should not split the party. We need to go together, and it's gonna be fine because they have to do the things if we ask them to do the things.
All right.
Well, honestly, kind of bummed, but we got to do this anyway. So,
Lavi. Yeah. Booyah! Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna like start like saying weird things to my gods and like saying goodbye to everybody, and
we'll be right back.
Wait my death as I dive gracefully off the ship into the water like a pretty mermaid.
What time is it?
It is in the evening. Probably you would have docked, further away.
Okay. Yeah, if we're not back by dawn, then it's okay for you guys to go back to your tribe. If we're not back by dawn, you can leave. Those are the rules. Don't leave before then. And then I dive over the side with Agnetha.
Kenna, are you going to make me a crafty raft made out of wood if we lose our fortune ship? What if the troglodytes...
we're just gonna have to be back before dawn is pretty much the long and short of that, but I don't want them to be stuck there forever if we never come back.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's run. Hurry, go fast! And then I'll be like, race you! And I'll like try to beat you to the shore.
Okay, I try to swim quickly. Let's do athletics.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Glob, are you still there? I mean, Dave.
Yeah,
18 minus 1 is 17. It's not terrible.
I'm awesome. Woo! 7.
So you've been beaten by the halfling to the shore. So now this may have actually escaped Agnetha, but the fact that you said they can't leave before dawn, they won't leave after dawn either.
Oh?
They don't like the sunlight.
Oh. Well, I mean, the next evening they would definitely go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'd be
So,
like, dude, Ken, a nice con.
there's a statute of limitations for waiting on us, and really gives us plenty of time.
You little smartass. You conned him without knowing it. See?
I didn't even think about that, but I'm kind of glad that that's the case. It gives us more time to get our stuff done.
Agnetha's just gonna like tap you. Like, woo! Good job.
So you guys, you sneak through the forest towards the village.
Okay.
Easy enough, and you hear sounds of village life coming to you from afar. It's a little bit, things are just quieting down now because it is night, and as you get towards the village, you can see that there's a couple lamps on and a couple lights in some of the houses' windows, but for the most part, things seem pretty quiet.
Okay.
And what are your passive perceptions again?
20.
15, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, so every once in a while, you guys both notice a troglodyte going here or there, but there isn't many of them. There seem to be way more on the ship.
Do they have vests on?
The troglodytes, no.
No. Okay.
Can we tell if they have the marks behind their ears? Or are we going to have to get closer for that?
You would have to get much closer, especially at night.
Okay. Let's see if we can sneak sufficiently.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can move this down so you can see. Nope, that's just knocking everything off my computer. Okay, I nat 20 and I tried to prove it to you, but it didn't work too well because everything fell apart.
I have no comment.
So you're a ghost upon the wind.
So I'm gonna sneak up on this thing and see if I can see if it's got the mark on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna let's see. You have a passive perception of 20.
Yes.
You see, off of the moonlight, you actually see like the glint, like almost like a metallic glint, back by its ear hole where the mark would be.
Well, can I tell if it's the same one?
You're guessing, but these are the size of quarters.
Right.
And it's dark, so.
Gonna sneak back to Agnetha and let her know what I discovered.
You think it probably was.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm just gonna be like, okay, good. Let's just keep sneaking around and see what we can find. Okay.
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 That sounds like a good idea to me.
Right on, girl. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So one of the things you notice is for every 6 troglodytes you see one of those guys, one of the eunuchs in a harness, kind of just bored watching them. They totally don't feel, you totally get the impression that they don't expect anything to happen. They're only half paying attention, making sure the troglodytes are doing whatever they're supposed to be doing, and they seem to be just taking things to the dock. So it makes you think that they're expecting the barge back, and they're probably going to load it up.
Okay.
As well as they moved in some empty wagons as well that you expect. So you're also expecting at the same time they're going to be unloading.
So how many?
How many? So there's one of the eunuchs and 6 troglodytes.
Okay. So, odds that I can get up behind this guy and cut his leather straps before he realizes what's going on.
Oh, you should just sneak up onto the dock and see what's in there, Go invisible, sneak up there
Yes.
around everybody and just tiptoe across the shore and then or wherever and look to see if you can get a look.
Well, the troglodytes aren't going to hurt us if they have the same mark as the ones on the boat. And if we take this guy, they might be loud. That's going to be a problem.
There could be more than what's around us, too. So remember that.
Yeah, you're right. That's sensible. Okay, invisibility is definitely the way to go here. Okay.
Don't want you getting gang raped there, little halfling. Don't do that now. Don't get gang raped.
What?
Don't do that.
No, okay. What? No.
That's lots of troglodytes.
What?
Don't ever attract more. That's all I'm saying, girl. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm gonna ignore that and continue on my merry way. Please, Kate. Thanks. Bye.
You know what I mean.
It's a family. It's a family show. That won't happen on camera. So you sneak. Yeah. So you
This
sneak
is a
up to
family
the.
show, Dave. Don't read on this show.
Continuing along.
I didn't say it was a good one. So you.
Oh, sorry, children, if you're listening. Don't ever listen to what Agnetha does.
So you creep past everyone. Give me a stealth check with advantage.
Oh.
Nice.
I promise you I'm not lying. I got another 20. It was an 8 the first time. The 20 was the second roll.
Okay,
Nice.
So you make absolutely no sound as you sneak over to this stuff, and what they're basically piling up is all crates, and you can see a stamp on each one of those crates, and it's that butterfly again, or butterfly or moth with the death head marking
Oh, I don't like that.
on the wings.
Oh, Monarch. That makes sense.
Monarch.
I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy one bit. I'm having a moment hiding behind these crates here.
Oh.
But before you guys were going to be okay, but now all bets are off.
I'm like gonna point and message Agnetha and let her know what I'm seeing here.
You're like, Snapchat it to me.
Yes. Bardic Snapchats.
Be like, oh my fucking god. OMFG. Okay. Got it.
So it doesn't take you very long to do that. You see they're moving them in. There's like half a dozen crates, and they're steadily working to move them. Every once in a while, the eunuch will kind of yell at the troglodytes to work faster, and just generally kick one just because.
Hey, work faster.
Yeah, they all sound like Mike Tyson.
Like, fucking bastards, get back to work.
They have like short man syndrome or whatever it would be called. That's so unfortunate. That would suck to be kicked around by a eunuch all day. An angry eunuch. Imagine that.
Okay, so,
Drugged angry eunuch. Remember that part too. Mostly.
no, I heard you.
Most likely. Hey, Megan. I mean, Kenna.
Yes.
I like to make you uncomfortable. No worries. Keep going.
I know. I'm aware of this by now.
It's funny. Okay. All right. Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah, I don't know. So what else do I see from behind these crates? Are there any other of these harnessed men about, or is it just the one still?
It's just the one. Depending on how long you hang out, eventually another will come to relieve him.
Yeah, honestly, my vote is just for taking this guy out and telling the troglodytes to go elsewhere.
Wait, you're gonna take him out? Is that what you said?
That's what I want to do. If you will clear that plan, like I'm messaging you about it.
You wanna attract the attention of the village? I thought we were being sneaky.
No, it's not going to attract the attention of the village if we do it quickly.
If I roll a 1, what happens?
You don't know about that. And besides, right now we have one of them
gambling lady.
isolated. We have one of them isolated, and we don't have to kill him. We just have to cut his harness, and then the troglodytes will take care of him. And they might assume it's an accident.
Cut my wrists and black my eyes.
Okay.
Agnetha lost her mind earlier this year. Now you want me to...
As someone who is actually in Ohio, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna just... Agnetha's just gonna be like, what? No, I'm not gonna fucking kill him. I'm not gonna kill him.
Okay, if you don't want to kill him, we won't kill him. We'll just move along.
I'm gonna be like, get back here. Get back here.
I go back to where she is because she behaves when I ask her to, so I owe her that.
Okay. We need to be sneaky, and if that's what we saw that that's definitely got the same logo, everything on it, then that confirms what we knew. Then yeah, these guys are working with the man. So
We just need to find out where he is now.
yes, so we should continue to be sneaky.
Well, my thoughts are, eventually, when they realize the barge isn't coming, somebody is going to have to go and alert him. We follow that person.
There we go. There we go. Okay, we've got till sunrise and until dawn. Now we have a little extra time, so we should wait till sunrise. You know, keep in contact with all the drama, like, hey, where's the boat or whatever, and
I
try
don't
to
think
follow
that we should
person.
necessarily wait for sunrise, but I definitely think that we should be a little bit patient here and watch them. And when somebody else starts to go and make a report, we'll just go on
Awesome.
after them. And I will, like, around the time that starts to happen, if we find a good place to hide, if we're like hidden where we are, then I'm not going to cast invisibility on us as a group.
Right.
But right
yeah, we
before
should
it's time to
take
go,
those.
I will.
Yeah, great. Let's find a nice, comfortable place to sit down.
So it's right around midnight when one of the other eunuchs show up to relieve him, and he's kind of, you see, they're too far off to actually hear what they're saying, but you can see that he's like pointing at the dock and throwing his hands in the air, and you can only guess that he's like, where's the ship? Should have been here by now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's definitely expected to see it. And the other guy, you kind of say, like, I don't know. So there's a lot of hand gestures going on and a lot of confusion.
Observant lets me read lips if they're speaking a language I speak.
Nice.
Okay, so basically that's exactly what would happen. So he's, where's the barge at? I don't know. I've been here the whole time waiting. It hasn't come yet. Maybe they're running late. Maybe they had a problem. Maybe they had to wait. Maybe they had to wait for the stink bags to show up. I don't know. It's like, well, it should have been here by now. The boss is not going to be happy.
Yes, good. Paying careful attention.
We're like,
For further friends.
Well, my shift's up. I got to go back. And the other guy's like, well, I guess you're the one who's going to have to tell him.
Yes, good. We
He's
follow
like,
this man.
yeah, you sure you don't want to go back and I'll take your shift for you? He's like, no, that's okay. So you guys are going to try and follow him back?
Yes.
Okay. So how far away from him how much room do you want to give him?
20 feet because I can close that.
Okay. So you actually end up traveling a bit further than you anticipated. As you follow him, it's actually several hours that he's still moving away from and out of the village. Before you come up upon a small, it looks like it was like a fort at one time, but now it's kind of like run down. You know, the palisades are up in most of the spots. And you know, there's definitely some guards, you know, posted. There's, you know, at regular, you can see torches at regular intervals around what's, you know, kind of left of the palisades. But like I said, at some point it was, you know, some kind of fort, or maybe even like a logging outpost or something. But either way, it's definitely seen better days and it is in disuse now. Except for apparently someone's taken up residency here.
Weird. Cool. Haha.
Well, let's approach quietly and see if we can slip in with this fool.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using invisibility, or you guys just stealthing?
I cast invisibility before we let. Oh, wait, did you say it was several hours?
Yes.
Okay, well then I'm gonna have to cast it again. But I do for safety.
Okay. So you guys can follow him right in. Just give me stealth checks with advantage.
That's an 8. That's an 18. Which is 21 total.
17. Total.
Okay, so you guys slip right through with them. There is. It clearly is not the original gate to the that was to the Palisades before, but they've basically jerry-rigged something up to work. And there's one of the eunuchs outside who opens the gate, and he goes through and goes as he's coming in, he looks a little sheepish at the one standing guard. So he's like, "The boss, is he awake by chance?" And as soon as he says that, the guy that's on guard, he pals a little bit. He's like, "What do you mean? Why do you ask that?" "Well, there's a bit of a problem at the docks. There's something wrong with what's at the docks? The villagers? Nah, they're sleeping. The stink bags? Nah." And he just slaps the harness on his chest. "The barge," and his eyes go a little wider. "What's wrong with the barge?" "I don't know. It's not there."
I love being the cause of other people's turmoil.
Right. Wait, what's our alignment? Okay.
Right.
So as you guys go through the gates, you can see that there's the main building, but then there's also a smaller structure off to the side of the main building. What do you guys want to do?
A smaller structure off to the side of the main building. Does it look like there's someone in there?
From here, it's not lit very well. That area is dark.
Okay. I would. Oh, geez. Well, how much? We have quite a bit of time left on our invisibility, don't we?
I just cast it.
Okay, so maybe maybe one of us in the meantime. I know you don't want to separate though. We could either.
If you would like to go and check out the small building, I will stand here and continue to watch Bozo 1 and Bozo 2.
There we go.
Okay.
This is risky. Cross our pinkies. Hope we don't die.
Oh, that's okay. I'm like, I message you and let you know that this is chill, and then you can message me back or do you have to see me to do that? Magic is complicated, and I can't cast message when I'm invisible anyway, so we're whispering like normal plebs. Okay, just go. We'll be fine. I'll try not to move, and if I have to move, I'll leave you a mark on the floor with my charcoal stuff.
They're gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?" More. Okay. So I'm gonna go and explore this other building.
So, as you get closer, you realize it's actually not a building; it's a giant pen. Almost like a modified dog kennel.
Okay.
And you hear some soft cooing and like snoring sounds coming from it. You're a half elf, so you have dark vision, so you can see fairly well.
Yeah.
But you still have to get pretty close because the slats are so close together in order to see through.
Okay.
And what you see as you peer through the slats is a small child's face laying in the dirt. And then as you look a little bit more, you see dozens of children in this pen sleeping together, huddled like little animals.
There they are. Agnetha thinks. She says, "Oh, okay, this was my concern. The children." Okay. So it's just full of children.
Yes.
And I can see everything that's inside of it.
You can.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and tell Kenna.
I'm like, just what?
Agnetha's crying. She's like,
"Oh my god!" I hug
"It was
Agnetha.
horrible. It was. Were they like in filth, or were they just like what was it like, Dave?
The conditions are very poor.
Yeah, yeah. So Agnetha was just sick, basically telling Kenna.
And that explains how they're keeping the villagers under control.
Where are the women?
This is absolutely unforgivable.
Kenna, have you seen any women anywhere?
I haven't, but they're probably in the houses down at the village. I mean, that's where the adult villagers are.
We need to find the women. I didn't see the children. Why are they away from their mothers?
Because that's what they're using to control them down in the village, because that they need them to work. It's okay. It's going to be fine. I mean, this isn't okay, but we're going to make it right. This guy can't walk away from this.
Yeah, we need to do something. We only have till morning. What time is it now?
Now it is probably
we
about
have
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. So yeah, we have another day. Okay. Well, let's make a plan.
We need to find this guy and we need to end him quietly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think you're right. We need to take the head off the snake.
There we go.
Ah.
So
Agnetha becomes encouraged and she finds a new purpose in life and she becomes braver somehow.
Oh yes, the quiet whispers about the missing children fill you with determination. Okay,
Yeah.
so these guys, do we have any idea where they're going? Or where the boss is? Have they given any thought to that?
Well, probably the main building is your guess.
Okay. Well, then we need to get into the main building and find out where he is in there.
So, how do you wish to try and approach it? The guy you followed in, he was going just to go through the front door. You guys kind of stopped and waited. Probably took Agnetha a good 15 minutes to sneak over there quietly, check things out, and then come back. Not that it was really that far away, but with her just trying to maintain not being noticed. So, what are you guys doing?
So are there windows?
Yes, there are windows, but most of them are boarded up.
Okay. Agnetha, what was it?
We need to just figure out where the guy that we followed here. He talked to maybe a captain of the main guy that's maybe involved in this, or is that the main guy who's involved with taking care of the barge and whatnot? Or are we here with
You think you're here with the guy, probably. Well, Agnetha might not think so, but I'm pretty sure Kenneth thinks she's here with the main guy.
Yeah, we don't know that yet. So we need to see if we can listen in on any more conversations, see what happens. And then if we find out that the guy's here, maybe we can go search around some more, or maybe I can while you're listening in. And then you can message me and tell me what you know while I'm looking for somebody else that could be here.
That would break invisibility. So I'm a little bit reluctant to do that.
That would break invisibility.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to do that.
Okay. How about we take 20 and meet back in this spot at the end of those 20 minutes?
Good idea. I can kind of just, I'm going to go look around, mouth to you.
I can't see you.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm going to pull your hair.
Write it in my palm with your fingertip and we're good.
I'm going to stroke your stomach and draw on your stomach and then you'll know what
okay, sure. Agnetha. I'm trying not to giggle because Kenna is apparently ticklish, but
you never played that game as a kid? You draw something on your arm or wherever. Okay, all right.
I mean, if it were the arm, it would be fine. But if you're trying to draw it on her stomach, she's trying not to laugh because Kenna's ticklish.
I'm sorry, I just use this cute little pokey halfling. You just
oh my god,
I'm horrible. It's not your fault.
You're hilarious.
Okay,
it's
so
fine.
I'm gonna go search around. After I poke your belly button, and then I'm going to see what I can find.
Okay. So one of the things that you find on the other side of the house, it is a low thatched roof on the ground. It is only about 3 foot above the ground, but there's a hole in the ground, and it's like a burrow. So you think so if you're looking at that, you just guessing, it's got whatever it is, it's underground.
Okay.
The roof would be low even for halflings. And then, and then there's almost like Belko doors, the double wooden doors on the one side, kind of on a slant, and it's cut out into the earth a little bit, almost like a ramp going down.
Almost like one of those bunker houses that they build for. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a way that I can sort of crouch down and see in any way, or see a door or an entrance?
Well, there's the doors. You can definitely go open those.
Okay.
And also, as you get closer and you look at the doors, they actually have a bolt on this side, so they can be locked from the outside. So you throw the bolt, you open it up, and when you look in there, it's really rather plain. It kind of reminds you of the section of the cargo hold in the barge where they were keeping the troglodytes. So it looks like this is where they put the troglodytes during the day.
And it smells really good in there, right?
It would, but yeah, that stuff on. So.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I don't know if that helps me. Okay. I want to like smell them when they come my way. It might like protect me somehow. Agatha, she's like rubbing it off. Okay, yeah, so she can definitely see that it's for the troglodytes. And okay, so how big is it? Do I know? Do I need to go inside?
No, you can guess. You can kind of look in there and peer around. It's probably a good like 30 foot in diameter, so they can probably pack a bunch of them in there.
Okay. So I'm going to just sort of look around there and see if there's anything else that I can find, anything that might be useful. I don't know. Maybe even around that little hut.
So at this point, we'll stop right there for a minute, and we'll jump up over to Kenna. And what are you doing?
Okay. So are there stairs?
Yeah, there's steps like basically onto a porch going in the front door.
Okay. I'm gonna go inside. If there's anybody going in and out, I'm going to just try and slip in after them. But if nobody's going in and out, I might try to find another entrance.
Okay. So there is nobody going in and out right now.
Okay. Let me try to find another entrance.
How long are you willing to wait?
We're supposed to meet back in 20 minutes, so 5 minutes is how long I will wait.
Okay, so after 5 minutes, nobody comes in and out. So you kind of like circle around. The building does have like a wraparound porch to it. There's a lot of mildew and rot. All the windows on this level are pretty much boarded up. But as you're kind of like peering, poking around, you do find one of them where that has a loose board that you could easily just move it aside if you wanted to try and get in.
Okay, I do that quietly.
Okay, so it is dark in the room, but you can absolutely do that. Just as you're getting in, though, you hear a sound. You hear
good.
a slapping sound. And then you hear, "You stupid idiot! How could you let this happen?" And you hear one of the higher pitched voices of one of the Enochs. I didn't do anything, boss. I was here like the whole time. Ogun is with the barge. Don't give me your excuses. I should feed you to one of the troglodytes.
In the dark, I'm like maneuvering my way around closer to the more angry sounding voice, and I'm gonna follow that voice if I can, but I'm like trying not to step on anybody. Very slow movements, very steady.
Okay. Well, now a light kind of comes on and is like shining through a open doorway. Which it's just shining into a hallway, and you can't really, there's nothing really going on. You basically, all you see is a like 5 by 5 section of hallway, from your perspective anyway.
I freeze for a second, and then I remember I'm invisible and relax a little more.
So as you begin moving forward, and you hear the agitated voice kind of seems to get more control of himself. Well, we're gonna have to figure out what happened. Get me a wagon immediately, and let's go. All the troglodytes are already down in the village. Yes, sir. Yeah, boss. They're all there. Excellent. How many men do we have here? There's a dozen of us. All right. Get half of them. Leave the other half here. Make sure they guard the facilities below. You think the villagers had anything to do with this? I don't know, boss. I haven't seen anything all day from them. They seem fine. All right. Very well. And then you hear something kind of thud against the wall, as if someone kind of like leaned heavily against the wall. And you hear a loud sigh. You just can hear the annoyance in his voice.
Damn.
I will slip back out the window and return to the place where Agnetha and I are supposed to meet up.
Okay. So it's just around that time that you both kind of hear the commotion. Agnetha, you don't really know what's going on. Kenna, you kind of figure it is a wagon coming around. The men are being roused. It's everything you just overheard. But, you know, Agnetha, all you hear is you hear some horses, you hear the clatter of wagon wheels, and you hear the tromp of sandaled boots or sandaled feet as a bunch of the eunuchs seem to be rallying towards the front of the house.
Okay, so I'm gonna meet up with Kenna as fast as I can and just see what she knows.
And I will fill her in as quickly as I can. I will let her know that there are about a dozen men. They're taking half of them down to the village. We can either go and follow them, or we can sweep the ones that are here and wait for them to come back. But I don't know if they're going to do anything to the villagers, and I don't know if they're going to find the barge. If they find the barge, we're in some pretty serious trouble, because that's where all the troglodytes are.
Right, yeah, we gotta get back now. We gained whatever information I think that we could. I didn't find anything else in this place. So we need to really get fast back to that ship.
You want to maybe let the kids out first?
I don't know, because I don't know how long they've been captured, and if they are freed, if they even know how to even defend themselves. I don't know anything about this situation yet.
You're faster than I am. Follow the wagon, see what they're doing. I'll meet you back in town, okay?
What are you doing, Kenna?
Letting the kids out.
You're gonna let the kids out?
I'm gonna let the kids out.
Okay, but what if troglodytes eat them, like capture them and kill them?
Troglodytes aren't going to eat them and capture them.
Okay. So, if you think that's the best idea, then
we can't leave them here.
Where are you going to take them? You're going to lead them back to the ship?
I'm going to take them on a roundabout back to their parents.
You don't know where their parents are, though.
In the village, probably.
And if those parents are caught with those children, they'll probably be killed.
Okay, I guess that's fair. So, in that case, do you want to just take out the guys that are here and then follow the wagon tracks back to the village? Because I'm sure they're not going to go like the whole mile back to the barge in the time it takes us to wipe out the guys that are still here. And then we can have them wait in the house. Or just come back and take care of it when we're done, I guess. I know we don't have a lot of time to continue talking about this, so if we're going to go, we need to go.
Well, the one thing is you don't actually have to like track the wagon. You know exactly where it's going.
That's a good point.
And it's going to take 2 hours for it to get to the village.
My thoughts are just taking the children back to the barge if we can, and then hide them until we.
The barge is full of troglodytes.
Well, I'm sure there's places that the troglodytes are going to be. The troglodytes are going to go to sleep. And in that meantime, we can easily put children onto that ship and hide them, take them back to Gryphongaffe and keep them safe. Maybe even come back, storm this village now that we know what's going on here, and then we can find their parents.
They only have a dozen guys, and we took care of a dozen guys on the barge. We totally have got this. As long as we can isolate the main guy. If we can get the monarch alone, then he has no prayer. So really...
Take
I
the
think it would
children
be
back.
better just to take out the guys that he has here and wait for him to get back. Divide and conquer, man. They've already done it for us.
Why don't you take the children back?
Okay, I will do that.
And I'll follow them.
Okay.
And meet back up with you.
All right.
Okay.
Be careful.
Will do.
So how are you going to sneak out a couple dozen children?
We're gonna kill them first. I'm gonna kill these guys in the village. I'm gonna try to take them out. We should do that together, and then we can rescue the kids. In the meantime, so we'll wipe these guys out, and then you can take the
guys
children
that
back.
are still here out so that we can
guys-
put them in the fort and then go after the guys that are in the town because we'll make better time than they will in a wagon.
Exactly.
Okay.
So let the guys get ahead, and then we'll distract. We'll start just taking these guys out, and then we can get the children. You can take the children back on a secret path to the barge.
We haven't really found a secret path. We can just have them wait in the building and then come back for them. But for the time being, let's try and dispatch these men in the least messy way possible because we don't want to terrify a bunch of kids with blood spatter.
No, we don't want to be killing them in front of the kids. We'll take care of it right now when the kids are still asleep, since they don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Well, the first one you totally surprised with no problem.
Okay.
So, and you can attack him with advantage.
Right. I have that one of it. I also have another advantage that I can use.
Well, you can only use one advantage at a time.
Or I'm sorry, not advantage. I have an inspiration that I've been saving. Okay. Okay.
23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that absolutely hits.
Okay, so 21 to hit.
So, yep. Oh, remember you have access to that feat, and these guys have always been easy for you to hit. So they're essentially half-naked humans. So
yeah, so I'll just be kind of freaking.
So if you want to
doing damage. What was that, Dave?
So you have the great weapon fighting feat.
Yeah. So okay.
If you take a -5 to hit, you can get a +10 to damage.
7 piercing damage, assuming they're not taking half, because I think it was the harnesses that took half, not themselves.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the -5 to hit and +10 to damage. Is that right?
Only if you wish to, but yes.
Yeah, definitely. That's easy. I mean, God, these guys are gonna be pretty unaware. So, that's gonna be a 19. No, that's gonna be a 29. Sorry.
29 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, basically attack the same guy, and for a total of 36 points of damage. And describe how you guys kill him.
Oh, geez. I mean, I'm just gonna kind of run in there and just be stabbing with my glaive in any way. Just, I guess.
I want to swing up on his shoulders and like friggin' stab him in the side of the neck from on top of him.
Okay, so Agatha runs forward and drives her glaive through his chest, which makes her visible along with the glaive. So you can clearly see where the glaive is, so you can just run up it and jump onto his shoulders and stab him in the neck.
Cool.
So he is essentially dead before he even knows what's going on.
Gonna roll away.
And so now you guys are visible?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we would definitely be visible now.
Oh, yes.
Surprise, motherfucker! They could be like, what the hell?
Did anybody see that?
That is a good question.
Wait, what?
I said that is a good question.
What was the question?
Did anybody see that?
What?
The guy go down. Like our magnificent assassination of this person.
Oh, did anyone see us kill him? Yeah.
No, it does not seem like it. And so what are you guys doing now?
Dishonored style, moving the body where they're not likely to come across it, prestidigitating the blood off the floor, and finding a place to hide for the next one that comes by. Oh, never mind. We don't have a lot of time. Let's go find the next one. Never mind. I play too many stealth games.
That was stealthy. Okay. I'm just going to go find the other guy, Dave. I'm just going to be running around.
Yeah. Let's just go loud. They're already gone.
Raging and basically just doing that.
Do you guys want to try and sneak up on the next one, or?
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, if we can manage that without it taking too long, then yeah, let's do that.
All right, so give me stealth checks.
12.
That was a 6.
Okay, so they totally do not notice. The next one totally doesn't notice you, Kenna. Or it could be distracted because of he could be distracted because he sees the raging barbarian coming at him.
Yep.
So you guys give me initiative.
Okay.
I go at a
14.
all right. Well, I go to 5.
See,
So-
I'm not kidding. This thing either like rolls really high or really low. That's a 19.
So Kenna, take your surprise round first.
Cool. 19 to hit.
Yep.
Awesome.
Stay on the flat surface. 7 damage.
Okay, so his eyes kind of go wide as he's looking at this raging barbarian that has appeared from nowhere, and and then your short sword lances out. You get 2 attacks though.
Oh yeah. That's 11 to hit.
That actually does hit.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not
Nice.
gonna fight you on that.
Mostly naked human.
Mostly naked human. That's only 4 damage though.
Okay, so a total of 11. All right, and you are up, Agnetha.
Alrighty. All right, so
Are you still taking?
that was a 20 to hit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and -5 and do 10 plus the damage.
Okay. You have to declare that beforehand, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Thank you. So, and I'm also raging.
Yes, that's
Did
going to be.
Can I say that now, or is that too late? Okay.
No, you had said it before, so.
Okay, so 21 damage.
Okay.
So he's ended.
his head goes flying, but I'm going to say at this point, stealth is maybe a bit out the window, at least for Agnetha, as she's raging. And if you don't find someone to attack immediately, you're going to come out of rage. So like the best thing you can do is just like charge the next one.
Absolutely, I'm going to do that.
You have a movement of 40?
60.
Okay, you can get to another one and take your second attack if you want.
Awesome. Okay. So that was a 17 to hit. So I hit him. And I guess I didn't declare it, so I'm going to go ahead and take normal damage.
Okay.
So that would be 10 to damage.
All right. So as he grunts out as you jam a glaive into his side. Kenna's little legs are pumping behind you, but she's a little ways back yet. So she's actually not going to get here until the end of the round. And with that, he draws a short sword from his waist, and he's going to slash at you twice.
Nice. Come at me, food.
So the first one is a natural 20. So he's all pissed off, and you stupid bitch, and then swings his short sword slamming it into your gut for 6 points of damage.
Agnetha's laughing. Is that all you got, you little bitchy whiner?
And then, it kind
Tell
of
me that
like
again.
bounces off your steely abs, and he goes to he goes to do a backhanded swing at your face, and you just kind of like lean back out of the way, Matrix style, and he throws his short sword. It goes flying off into the brush, and with that, he's going to then draw a dagger from his belt, but he is done, and so it's going to take a double move, unless you have something else you want to do, for Kenna to get there.
Agnetha's a size larger than I am, right? Do they know I'm here?
Not necessarily.
So Lightfoot halflings get naturally stealthy. You can attempt to hide even when you are obscured only by a creature that is at least one size larger than you. Can I hide behind Agnetha?
You can.
Nice.
That's what I'm doing.
Well, can't I also like not?
That was a terrible roll. I got like 12 total.
What is it? Can I attack him right now, Dave?
Oh yeah, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna reckless attack him and just, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to take the penalty?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. So make your attacks with advantage.
Okay. Speed.
And also, Kenna hit with an 11, so they're not that hard to hit.
Okay, yeah, I rolled a natural 20, and I'm just gonna do the feat and take an extra 10 damage.
What is it? Is it one for? Do you have a +1 modifier for your strength or +2?
A +1. I thought I changed that though. No, I just my strength went up is what it was.
Yeah,
but I still have a +1 modifier. Yeah.
So 1,
Okay,
2 for raging. So that's 13 before you touch the dice.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so yeah, 19 damage.
Okay, he is still up. You still get a second attack though.
Oh, that's right. Great.
And when you reckless attack, it's for
And
all
I'm
your
gonna
attacks.
use my inspiration for this one since I rolled a 1.
Well, you still have advantage because you're recklessing attack.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thank you, Dave. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, whew, that was good. That saved me. Okay. So I rolled a 15.
That will hit. And with that,
8 to damage.
With that, you just totally split him in half.
Awesome. Just running through this like fortress slicing fools.
And you're vaguely aware of the halfling shadowing you as you move, and
Okay.
Ken is there at your back guarding you.
That's awesome. I'm like, come on, Kenna, let's end them and save these children.
Don't shout my name, then they'll know I'm here.
I'm like, let them hear your name, Dark Queen of halflings.
Okay, you know what? If that's what we're gonna do, then I guess that's what we're gonna do.
So at that point, 3 of them are running you in your direction. 2 of them are going to reach you guys at about the same time.
All right.
From opposite directions, and the other guy's going to kind of show up at the end. So, Kenna, you can take a surprise attack because he does not know you're there.
Good. I want to baseball slide behind him and hamstring this guy.
Nice.
Hamstring, not hangstring.
Hamstring this guy. Gotcha.
You thought hamstringing was bad. That's because you've never been
Hamstringed. That was a 12. That was a 12 to hit. I'm dying. Okay, so that's 4 damage because I keep rolling 1s on the stupid D6. Okay, so do I still get the second attack, or is that like not a thing with?
Yeah, you still get
your
second attack.
Okay, that's 12, and that's 4 damage again.
So one slice at the back of each knee.
Nice.
What are you doing? Oh no, actually, go again. It's your turn because you're at the top of the order. Kenna.
You did it AON style.
Okay.
Kenna.
I nat 20, attempting to stab this guy in the leg again. It's 11 damage.
Nice. Very good.
Shit! The kids are out and they're attacking.
You. Okay, no, that was a nat 1, but I'm rolling it again because I'm a halfling and I can do that.
He thinks the kids are out. He thinks you're
and
a kid.
8 damage. I'm not okay with this. I'm pretty upset.
I'm like laughing as I'm covered in blood. I'm like pointing and laughing at Kenna.
He's like, oh, by the gods, these kids are vicious. And like blood is streaming from all over the place on his legs at this.
Say that again to my face.
Agnetha, you're up.
Agnetha's laughing so hard she barely picks up her glaive and just goes at him again. Reckless attack.
Are you going after a fresh one or one of the other ones?
The fresh one. The one that's attacking closest, the one that's attacking Kenna, or that she's attacking. Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna tag team them that way. Okay, so here I go. And I have an advantage since I'm reckless attacking, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So just remember, you have to
17.
tell me.
17 to attack. Yeah, I have to tell you if I'm going to use my feet.
Yep.
Yeah, that's okay. So that would be 12 damage.
So that totally wipes him out. You basically, slice his neck. Just as the next one's coming up to you, because of that same feat, as a bonus action, you can take a free attack. So you technically have 2 more attacks. And remember, when you reckless attack, it's all your attacks.
Okay.
So it's not just not just the one.
Okay, so it just continues on while I'm fighting for the next little while.
Right, because the next round when they attack you, they're going to all have advantage against you.
Awesome. So she's in a frenzy now, but she's also laughing at Kenna. She just like laughs and stumbles and like swings her glaive and it like cuts dude's head off. And she's still laughing and blood's going everywhere. And right now I'm just like, yes. Like all I can think about is getting the children out. So I'm just raging and I'm going to find the other guy and just come at him real hard.
All right. Are you using the feat to take the -5?
I am going to use the feat to take the -5. Okay, here we go. So that was a 15.
That hits.
Okay. 21 damage.
Okay, he's looking really bad, but he's still up.
What? And I have another attack.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20. Not kidding. Okay.
Yeah, Shane, make sure you let me know if she's cheating or not.
I am not cheating. I am not. No, I actually use my lucky dice. I have really lucky dice. My purple ones. Yep, purple's my color too. So that would be 12 to damage.
Okay, so yeah, you totally dismember that guy. You only did 12 on a natural 20?
Yeah.
Did you count the extra 10 for your feet?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
he was totally dead.
Ultra dead.
He was totally dead anyway, but...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, thanks. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, well, I killed him anyways.
So,
okay.
With that, about 20 feet from you guys is the third guy, and he looks around. You know, he sees this childlike figure covered in blood. He sees Agnetha covered in blood. He sees the bodies. And, you see his face harden. For an instant, he thinks about fighting, but then he turns to run.
He's actually
Agnetha's
running.
gonna
He's not
take
going to stab himself in the face like the last guys.
No, he's actually running.
Is he running the opposite direction of town, or is he running to get help? Like, is he running the wrong way to get people to come at us?
He's running towards the village, yeah.
It wouldn't matter
We
because
can't let him do
Agatha-
that. Agatha, do you
would
have a
be on
javelin?
him. Yeah. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Oh,
get
that's
him.
funny. I should throw a javelin at his back for being a coward.
Yep.
Okay, here
And
we
we
go.
also can't let him go get help. We can't let him warn the
Well,
others.
either way, I'm really fast, so I could just chase him down like a scary bitch and frighten him until he's dead.
Chase him down like a scary bitch, Agatha.
Like a mom, like when you've done fucked up and she's gonna spank your ass, I'm gonna run after him like that. He would be afraid.
Okay, so the first round, you're basically just going to catch up to him, and you won't have any attacks. But on the next round, you can make your attacks.
Awesome.
So you're not actually raging anymore.
Okay. So, do you
So
want me to just
Yep,
roll?
make your attack. Yeah, you can make your attacks.
18 to attack?
Yep, that absolutely hits.
And then it's a D6 for my glaive. Oh, that's sad. I rolled 3. I rolled 3 to attack, or 3 to damage. Really?
Okay, so you did 4.
Yeah, not very much. With my javelin, I rolled a 1. Plus my
Oh, I thought you were using I thought you were using your glaive because you chased him.
I chased him.
Well,
I'm sorry. I had the impression that I was throwing a javelin at his back.
Well, you could do that, but eventually he's going to start out. He's going to get out of your line of sight, and then then you said I'm going to run him down like a scary mom. That made me think you're going to actually run him down.
No, if my javelin missed, I would just do that. So it wouldn't matter. Like, yeah, I'll throw a javelin at his back for being a coward, and if I hit, that's great. If not, I'm gonna chase him down like a scary mom.
And even if you do hit, chase him down like a scary mom.
Exactly.
Okay, so you move 60 feet, throw your javelin, and then it's good. You're going to catch up to him.
Uh-huh.
Now you're not
hits
raging. Him. Now you can attack.
No. Oh, yeah. So, wouldn't it have hit him if my attack was pretty good?
Yeah, you did 4 points of damage.
Oh, got it. Okay, so I hit him and he's just like struggling, and now I'm gonna run to him like a crazy mom.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, here I go. So now Agatha runs up to him like a crazy mom.
So now you can attack with your glaive.
And I'm going to attack with my glaive. Nice and scary like. I had to extend that for exaggeration, purposes. Okay, here I go. Glaive damage. 21 to attack and 7 to damage.
Okay.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
All right, take your second attack.
Of course. 16.
That'll hit.
I guess I should have said that I should use my feet, but that's only for a 20. Never mind. Haha. Caught myself being funny.
No, you can use
11 to damage.
You can use that anytime.
Well, the feat is if I roll a natural 20, correct?
It has a couple features.
Oh, the Great Weapons Master. Bonus action to attack when I critical hit.
If you crit, you get you can attack as a bonus action. If you kill something, you can attack as a bonus action. Or you can always choose to take a penalty to hit in order to do more damage.
Doesn't matter if I roll a 20 or not.
No. Well, it does, but it just does something different.
Right. It just does something different. I understand now. Thank you. Sorry, I'm slow to learn this stuff.
So with that, he turns the slash at you with his short sword.
Okay.
And he's going to hit you twice.
It's a good thing Agatha's tough because she's not very smart.
And you take another 16 points of damage as his blade slashes it in and out. Now take a attack of opportunities as he begins trying to run again.
Okay. 13.
That will hit.
And 6 damage.
Okay, he is still kicking and still trying to run away from you.
Can I just? I have to rest in between any kind of reckless attacks, don't I?
No, it's just when you do it, they get advantage to attack you. So
you're right.
And at this point, he's actually too close.
Still good.
He's too close to actually outpace you. The only reason it
Right.
took you some time to catch up before is because you had a head start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you only want a reckless attack when they're like dying, basically.
I am not running to catch up with them, but I am walking and I am banging on my shield to give her inspiration in her attacking of this guy.
There you
Okay.
go. Give me your inspiration, please.
So you're up, Agatha. What are you doing?
I'm gonna rage attack.
Okay.
And okay. I'm going to use my feet I'm just gonna use my feet.
Okay.
Okay, so that was an 11. 18. So 20 damage.
Okay, so the 11 with your feet is going to miss, but you do have inspiration from... Well, you have inspiration that you could use, or you can use the bardic inspiration, which is a die 6 or die 8.
It's a D8.
Thank you, Megan. I was like, yeah, I already used that inspiration, actually. So here we go. I have a D8 that I can use. That's great. 8.
That will work. So you do hit.
Yay, Kenna. Thank you, Kenna.
So you know, as he's trying to run away, you just run up on him from behind and slam your glaive up through his back, and the tip of your glaive exploding from his chest is the last thing he sees.
Yes, that's what friends are for.
Yeah. So with that, he kind of looks down at his chest, and then you just hear, in like a raspy voice over his shoulder, "You bitch!" And then he just slides off the glaive to the ground, and that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Even when they're dying, that's the best they can come up with.
Wait, no, that's what I have to finish with. We have to finish with, that's the only word you know, bro.
Okay.
Now we can finish, Dave.
Perfect. So thanks everybody for watching and hanging out with us, and thank you, ladies, for playing with me tonight. It was always a pleasure, blast. So with that, until next time, guys, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy. Good night.